are now the big spender. Shane Kerr spending, I think I saw around $48,000. Shane spending quite a bit on this high stakes Thursday, but there still is about 2 hours left on the show.
Nice recovery from Ishan there. That flopped straight versus the ace king, getting him healthy in a hurry.
Which one?
And fan favorite Andy, who was way ahead in the polls to be big winner today. So far, not coming through for chat. Haven't seen him splashing around too much. Mostly just been in medium-sized pots with the worst of it on the flop. Matt stepping out of line here. We've seen him be pretty active, but nothing quite like this so far. 5-4 suited going for the the 3-bet.
8,000.
And wow, Ju, who I believe we've actually seen just open fold ace-jack suited to a 3-bet previously, is now going to put in the 4-bet. Mixing very nicely here. Might have sniffed something out. It was amazing how many times people just get this right, huh? Seen him correctly 4-bet ace-jack suited, and now, excuse me, correctly fold ace-jack suited, now correctly 4-betting ace-jack off.
Ace on the flop for Ju. Gonna feel a little more comfortable now.
Sorry about that. There you go.
Check.
I'm not sure we get checks. Interesting. Put in the 4-bet, checking the ace-high rainbow board. Will this induce? We are already in murky waters here in this hand. And it does indeed. Matt going to put out a little feeler bet. Quarter pot in position with 5 high. Can't imagine we're doing anything other than check calling here once we've checked the ace-jack. Now Matt going to pick up some equity. Would expect him to check behind and try to realize here, assuming a 5, a 6, a 4, all potential outs. Very unlikely you're going to get an ace to fold, but he could choose to take the aggressive line here and start pressuring jacks, queens, kings, ace. Some of the weakest ace-x that was maybe 4-bet bluffing. But no, he does check behind, tries to realize his equity, and rivered ace is going to make Ju feel real good about this hand. If there was any uncertainty that he might have been against ace-king, ace-queen suited before. Certainly not worried about that now with less than a pot-sized bet behind and trip aces. Only question is if a check will induce Matt to go for it.
Yeah, does Matt try to...
And he does. Wow.
All of it.
Incredible line taken by Ju here. Very unorthodox, and it is going to get him all of it. He is going to contemplate how he wants to put this $21,600 to use. He's going to invest it, maybe buy some crypto, go out for a nice steak tonight. But at some point, he will lay claim to that dead, lit on fire 21,000 and make this call.
Yeah, if you're in Ju's seat, you're hoping that Matt does not have ace-king and ace-queen, those hands that he's trying to tell the story he had. Just an...
Yeah, JJ, they're certainly possible to have here. You're not never beat, but when you do take this line with ace-jack, you're just never folding the river.
And there is the call. Ju takes about 20 seconds and makes the call. He's never folding. A little suspicious.
That gets the bad news. And an unorthodox line here really gets the absolute maximum.
I am JJ De La Garza. In the booth with me today is Alex, a professional poker player, a PLO specialist. He goes by Talo. How are you, Talo?
Yeah, Tal, good to be here. Lineup looks absolutely amazing today. Know a few of these guys, played with a few of these guys, and some of them have just, seen on TV like the rest of us. So excited to be here and commentate it.
Yeah, Alex, we have an action clock today, brought to you by Protection Poker. So the action will be it's gonna move along quickly. We'll enforce quick actions. 30 seconds to act per street. A minute after that, they have 5 time chips.
How much do you start with? 30. 30?
It's 300 actions on diamond.
And if you guys enjoy a lot of table talk, me and Talo will let you guys let it flow. That's what we're here for, Talo, is to hear the banter and break down some poker hands.
You start with 30 as well.
Yeah, I have 5 more than this. They're still bringing my chips.
Looks like it might already be kicked up to 1-2-2.
A little bit of false advertisement on our end, huh? Right away, just we send 50, 100, and
Better to
how,
undersell.
how dare we? How dare we undersell our show?
Undersell, over deliver.
So Brandon's gonna bet here with 2 overs and some backdoor to a straight and a flush.
Meaty C-bet from the 9s there. Trying to discourage floats, didn't work.
Check.
This will be a lot of high technical poker today, and a 9 for good measure. The last one in the deck.
It's a pretty interesting lead here. Not exactly sure what we're trying to target and get value from when we... Okay, well, for this sizing makes sense. Really blocking. Gonna get the bad news shortly. And then depending on what sizing Matt goes here, probably the end of the hand. Pretty hard to hero call. You're just not beating much that shuts down on the turn.
Yeah, cool 5 big blind block just about to get value from an 8 or a 7.
9,000.
We have to be getting pretty creative in the first hand to find enough bluffs here to justify this call with a 9. Not a lot of misdraws from the flop in the 3-betters range. Although these guys are probably going to be playing pretty wide ranges all afternoon, especially you find on the first hand. And
A couple months.
he
Wow, and
turns
Brandon
the
rips
queen 9 into a jam. Very interesting first hand. Matt with the shrug call accepts the $30,000 donation, and we move on to hand number 2.
Oh, good, man.
I mean, I'm not sure how much he knows Brandon. We did say he has a hyper-aggressive style.
This is it.
And usually when people just 3-bet that river, it's going to be something like a straight, 6-5.
Yeah.
How was the sushi, good?
Yeah, it's really good,
Sounds like a sushi and wine pairing conversation going on. There's something I can credibly comment on, probably much more
We
than
also
poker.
saw like an actress there, the Scarlet Witch from Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah, she's there. 7, dude. I went with my girlfriend a few weeks ago.
King, Queen, 5. Top 2 for Matt. Shane definitely not liking this flop, but he's going to put in the C-bet.
14.
You don't come to LA often, huh, Brian?
No. Call.
Matt with a quick call.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this depends on what you like, I guess. But I like going downtown. You can't go wrong
Turn
with that.
10, that's
Downtown
pretty
is like
spicy for Shane.
Daytime,
Yeah,
obviously, for
interesting
Korean
10.
barbecue.
See how Shane
And then,
decides to play
there's
this
place I
now.
always tell people about. It's Grand Central Market. It's like basically like a I don't know how to describe it. It's like a farmer. Yeah, it's like a
Really good, there's a donut place here.
Oh, there's so many good places there. There's a good grilled cheese place there. There's egg slut. They have egg sluts there. Always a line
Also, it's
there.
like a lot of.
Yeah, it's it's almost like a farmer's
kiosks or
market.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's bars there. There's a barbecue place there. That whole area is really
Shane
good.
does continue barreling.
Grand Central
Kinda
Market.
like turning
Yeah, I love that place.
Most of my jack here
Downtown,
into
downtown, yeah.
check raise bluff if we're going to
Yeah,
turn it
pretty
into a
good.
bluff rather than just a lead. However, the sizing he chooses is spicy. He certainly knows he's bluffing. That's well over pot. And is starting to put pressure on exactly the type of King X hand he thinks
Alright,
Matt has here. Certainly not going to get something as strong as King Queen to
Yeah,
fold,
plan your day
but
around the traffic.
We'll see what happens on the river.
Every time I come here, you stay like San Gabriel, Monterey Park.
Repairs the
No,
board, that
five,
10.
Yeah, much better.
Convenient though.
Very convenient, yeah.
Shane takes that big
In the
sizing,
middle of
perhaps,
everything, so.
to give up
This
when
way,
he
west side,
misses.
east side.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good line, actually. I like it. Took a shot on the turn. Didn't connect on the river, and is going to give up here. At least we expect him to give up here. His hand certainly still could be a check raise candidate if you're feeling really adventurous, but don't expect to see it here. Obviously blocking straights. It's also blocking Jack 10 here. Jack of clubs not the best jacks to take that line with after barreling flop in turn.
There's no reason I thought Andy was going to say.
Depends on what happens this hand, whether I stay next week. I probably
Cautious
lose.
check back. Scoop up the 17,000 that's already in there.
Raise.
Raise 1,000. Fold.
Mike getting pretty out of line here from the hijack with Queen 8 offsuit. Thinks the table is playing a little snug at the moment. Decides to pop it up. Brian having none of it. 3 bets the 10s, and Matt is in the tank here facing the action.
I'm colorblind. Sorry. Do you have any of the things? If I can.
Overcalls with the 7-6 suited.
Heads up. I used to have more too.
This could turn into an interesting flop here. About as good as you can get without really connecting for the 7-6. Still got 2 overs, got the nut gut shot, got a backdoor flush draw, and also a very safe board for the 10s here. Certainly not putting your opponent on any made hands on deuce 3-4 rainbow. Tens are a hand that are going to want to keep betting for value and protection here against overcard floats. .com disagrees, checks it back. Interesting. I don't tend to like giving a free card on this board. However, we've seen Matt take some stabs on rivers, and Brian may just know his man, giving him some rope here. Wants to see if Matt will go for it. You're going to get a lot of weak-ish holdings floating that flop that have absolutely nothing by the river. And wow, look at that. Brian sets him up perfectly. Checks back turn, gets a beautiful blank on the river, induces the bluff, and snap calls. Well done. Very well done.